evening, morning, afternoon, wherever this greets you. Hola. Afternoon. We've done our morning exercises. We've had our coffee. We've said hello to Moy Lepov. Moya Krajeva. Morning, my queen. Привет. I try to stay calm. I really do. And once it's a matter of what's going on right now, it really is a matter of circumstances. I'm not. If you watch me at all, you know for the most part I'm not angry. I'm not an angry person. I don't like to be angry. I just do it very, very, very well. I don't like vengeance. I don't like revenge. I don't like pain. I just do it very, very well. I also do love very well. That's what I prefer to do. But if it can't be heard, then you've got to resort to something else that will work. And I have no problem with that. I can do both. I mean, we have a problem looking at our people. It's an interesting thing. Our superheroes, you used to like them very cut and dry. This is good, this is bad. Yeah? This is good, that's bad. He's good, those guys are bad. There's bad guys, he's a superhero, he's going to stop the bad guys. Simple. What is a bad guy? You're making things complicated, guy. We don't need to... bad. Someone's bad. But what is bad? No, we all agree. Why is that mic freaking out like that? Is that fixed? We all agree that bad people should be stopped and that they should not be allowed to do things that they do. It's a common agreement. I hope that microphone on the right ear is not messing up anything. So, I gotta get my mixing board back so I can do this regular. But I mean, we're so close to the end. I'm losing all links to this world. All links to this world. I'm just dropping them side by side. I'm starting to look at it from an eternal standpoint, not from this time frame, but like how many times have we been here type thing. You know what I'm saying? More of a spherical. I'm thinking bigger than the skin. I always have, but now I'm actually taking myself out of and picturing what will be without this. I'm daring to think and dream without me involved in it necessarily. How many of you have done that? Dare to dream of a future that does not include you, but includes your work, your mission going forward, what you were trying to do with your entire life. I am. I'm 6 years old. This is right where I saw it going. I didn't see it exactly, but this is what I saw. This is what I perceived. This is what I understood. In high school, elementary school, in middle school at latest, I perceived this situation, this scenario. By high school, by graduation of high school, I had called that this is the way America was going to end. All three houses controlled by one people that decide to work against the people. And there's nothing they can do. There's nothing you can do. Oh, actually there is, but you refuse to do it. Maxine Waters was down in the Treasury Department. An illegal break-in was happening, and there was an armed guy at the door. And she's standing in front of the thing, talking to the armed guard, who is not swayed, because he knows he can just put a bullet in her, and everyone out there in that crowd, if they move any closer, and nothing will happen to him. He's white, he's armed, and he's part of a security team for the richest man on the planet. That's when you call the police. You don't go down personally. You call the police and say, we're here. Now you need to understand, if you don't get down here within 20 minutes, you're going to have bloodshed on your hands. We're not kidding. The timer starts now. Yeah, and the guy looking at the gun, he's even starting to look a little scared now because he heard me say that. Get here in 20 minutes, there's going to be massive violence. People are going to die. He's got his finger on the trigger. We don't have guns. So any gunfire can be strictly Elon Musk, the security team. And they don't have right to be in this building at all. I don't care what Donald Trump says. He's not a god and he's not a king. He cannot just give clearance like that. And if by some unforeseen fucking thing that there is something in your little Bible called the Constitution, which usurps the actual Bible in the eyes of almost every American. Come on. Come on. What's in the country defending truth and nail? Got a whole army just for and our Constitution's based. Who's that? Even though none of that's true. Who is that? American. Republicans. Our founding fathers were... No. First off, if you're really Christian, your Christian book says, according to Jesus, call no man on earth father. And every year you have what? Father's Day. When my father built this company, you ever notice that? When they want to portray patriarchy, larger than life, big grandiosity of the dad, the patriarch figure, father. Remember my dad, my grandfather, my granddad. This is more folksy, will make you more. Well, my dad had a saying. My father had a saying, your father. So when you went to take family photos, you're like, father, should I stand here? Is that how your family photos went? Or you went, hey dad, where should I be? Because I know my house, I didn't say father at all. Father, what should we have for supper? When my father started DJT Enterprise. What? Your father? I mean your granddad, when he sunk over $1 million into Donald Trump's name before he was able enough to count. Oh yeah. Mr. Bootstraps apparently had elevators under his bootstraps. And people pushing. So he could say, look what I built on my own! And everyone goes, he did. All him. I'm not a mathematician. Actually, he fired me. I'm the architect and he fired me. And then, so he just gets to say, take credit for everything. You know how you do with the Donald Trump maneuver? You hire an architect and you have him design exactly the fucking thing that you want him to design. And then when you're done building it, you go, whoa, this looks nothing like it. And you know what? According to our contract, if I'm not happy with this. But what's wrong with that? This is exactly what you asked for. Like, yeah, I know I've changed my mind. But it's already built. Read page 15, subsection C. Like, how the fuck do you know page 15, subsection C, subarticle E? How do you know that quickly? Just read it. Sack of shit. This legalese, which is nothing, becomes something at this point right now, doesn't it? But this is I can renegotiate the contract anytime I want to. I'm the snake. I don't pay. I think that's so rich. No, the question is how do you get so fucking poor? Question is when you don't pay for anything, how the fuck did you get so fucking poor? How'd you go bankrupt so much when you don't pay for anything, motherfucker? What are you spending your cash on? Epstein Island? Payoffs? Bribes? NDA? Agreements? The thing about it is that we're going to have a major double cross happening on the American people. But it's not even a single cross, because you knew it before you knew the Constitution, more than likely. If you're a Christian in America, you knew it. If you read the book, you had access to the information before it happened. And you said to yourself, probably, I'm never going to fall for the Antichrist. Nothing. I will not fall for him. I will not turn on God. Nothing will ever make me. Until you decide in your mind what God is. You don't actually meet him. You just start to sculpt the words you've heard into something that you like. Then you make a God that you love. One you don't fear. He has one thing in mind. Your benefit. Doesn't even care about himself. Perfect lover, right? You know? Doesn't care about himself at all. They don't want anything out of it. They just want your happiness. You don't have to do anything. Just be you. Isn't that perfect? He accepts you as you are. He doesn't bring you in. Wait, so you're a fuck up? No, I'm not a fuck up. I'm just me. You're a fuck up, so we don't need you. No, you let me be whoever I want to be. Yeah, and you chose fuck up, so we don't need you. But wait, we're done. Okay, bye-bye. We're done. So anyone else that's a fuck... Wow, a lot of you are fuck ups by choice. Whoa! Most of you are fuck ups by choice. You know, all I had to do was give you a choice and you all would fuck up? So you're only doing the right thing because you were told to and you were made to? Well, I'm glad Lucifer brought up that point. Without that point, that, you know, I thought for sure we're going to test one guy and just, you know, be done with this shit, and everybody go like, yeah, I kind of agree with him for a second, but then you point that thing out, and then you're like, yeah, of course he's the right one. But you just tell me that, like, we've gone all this far, and somebody said, going, yeah, but you're obviously Satan. Well, let me tell you something about Satan. You ever watch Back to the Future? Biff Tannen? Bad guy. On film. Well, it's like off screen, but it probably cost him all of his acting careers playing Biff Tannen so well. But can you imagine Back to the Future without Biff? They didn't get a different Biff for every era. Future, past. They played one Biff the whole time. They changed his name and other fucking things. He's bad Mad Dog Tannen. In the future, he's fucking with his own grandson on the phone. Huh? Karate Kid without Zabka. How many jobs did it cost him? Because he's a good actor. And he played the bad guy really well. So he goes out for another audition, like, yeah, but this is a good guy. This must be a very nice, charming guy. Like, right, I know. You look like a douche, if I'm being honest. I get that. And we've heard from the Karate Kid that you're one of the most helpful people on the set, man. But when people go to see this movie, I don't want them thinking that you're going to roundhouse the... You know, it's a very sensitive issue. Like, I can play that, but the audience can't adjust their adaptation of you. It's like watching Matt LeBlanc play a math wizard. Well, Joey knows math. You see what I'm saying? He just played that role so well for so long. audience can't convert over to that. That's not who he's playing. A role. It's a role. Did a real good job. To the point where people ride down the street and go, "Fuck you, Biff!" Yeah, you should be ashamed of what you did to the Karate Kid. That's why you got your legs whooped and you fucking lost the contest, didn't you? No, but it was a good movie. Thanks for watching. You're why I can't act in anything else besides if I act as a bad guy. You're why. We just played it so well. Right, I can do other things. Well, we got this other movie where we need an asshole. If I play an asshole in this and everyone's really good, that's never going to shake the image of being an asshole. Do you want to work at all? In the fucking script. It's such a douchey line. Can I at least change it? No, that's the whole point. He's supposed to be a very douchey guy. The audience is supposed to hate him immediately. And you play it perfectly. I'm sorry, but you play it perfectly. As soon as you come on the screen, everyone's like, "Ugh! That fucking guy!" Offset, everyone's like, "That's fucking great." So like, right? Yeah, you guys get to go do other stuff. Yeah, I know. So, yeah. What if you get joined on our show? Is it a feature show? Yeah, can I wear a costume? Because no one's going to take it as long as I'm me. Yeah, we can put you in a reptile costume. You know what I mean? As long as I don't see your face, then they're just acting. Some go to voice acting. You don't see their face, you just, "Hello, Batman!" You know what I mean? And that's a real good Joker. How it's fucking, Skywalker? What was with Skywalker playing with Kevin Smith? He's got a good sense of humor. I thought he was all busy on Dagobah practicing for the next Jedi fucking tournament! Wait, his name is not Luke. Okay, I'm thoroughly confused. Plays a part. This is a true story from a long time ago, and they get the footage from Galaxy Far, Far Away? Oh, so that's bullshit too? You can tell me that's Liam Neeson then. What do they call him? Qui-Gon Jinn. If you're a true Liam Neeson fan, you're not a true Liam Neeson fan unless you've seen Crawl. I said what I said. I said what I said. You are not a Neeson's fan. Unless the first time you saw him was in fucking Crawl. You're just a Neeson come along. You see what I'm saying? Neesons. If you're familiar with that fucking "he's the vehicle" from fucking Ghostbusters, you're not a real fantasy fan. Dragon Slayer. Beastmaster. Deathstalker. They weren't great. But it was like, actually 80s really did have like a, renaissance, but there's a lot of those movies being made. Even time travel stuff, and there's a lot of coke being done, and so yeah. But then the idea about good and bad started getting very blurry. The good guys got some bad qualities, Well, the good guys got some bad qualities, like Punisher or Wolverine, whatever. Then couldn't the bad guy have some good qualities? Then we started the same way with like Darth Vader, basically. romanticizing the dark side. Why? I don't know. I don't know why we want our bad guys to have a heart of gold or a story we can understand. Like, I can understand Thanos. I truly do, because I agree. I believe his methods were fucked up. If he just got in stone and started with the second plan first, which would have been my plan. Turn down the very beginning, start all over, have as many people. Because like when you said, when they're going through the Infinity Wars or whatever, the end game, it's like I realize now that as long as there's people that can remember that, I'm like, yeah, you needed that. I knew that. I knew that when you came with your plan. I knew that when you came with your plan. Because I've already thought of similar things. But you can't, I mean, again, as long as there's people that can remember. Okay, for example, I've seen many comedians nowadays. Bill Burr and others. And, you know, they're not necessarily atheists, but they're kind of pointing out, like, okay, so the thing about talking about heaven, what if you go to heaven and your friends don't? I'm sitting up there in heaven waiting for my friend to show up. I'm like, Jesus Christ, what are you doing, like, you know, Pilates? I mean, I'm dead here and you're not. And then slowly but surely, as forever goes on, it dawns on you, they didn't make it. And now I gotta live the rest of eternity knowing that my friends didn't make it and I did. Like, you guys are so stupid. Do you think that's how it would go? No. You go to ponder them and you won't even find them there. Where are my friends? My imaginary friend Steven when I was a kid. I wonder where he's at. That's where it'd go. And then he'd be there, hey man! Little rag doll. Steven! And they could make it. Of course it did. Wow, you're here. Yeah. Yeah. Hey man, your first dog's here. Your second dog's here. And your third dog's here. No fucking way. They're all friends and they love it and they still remember every command. No fucking way. Why? Should they come? I gotta go though. I'll catch up with you later. Alright, Steven, later. You just don't remember that Steven was a friend of yours who was a druggie that fucking did all kinds of fucking bad shit. Any memory you have is of this. You're the one stupid enough to not know how to erase a memory, motherfucker. You think God didn't put some thought into this? That's what's really embarrassing about humans, is that you think God didn't put enough thought in this. Why you put a penis right next to the fucking... One's for reproduction, the other one's for fucking defecating. We only know that now. They didn't know that now back then. But there were germs and shit back there. You should clean back there before you start playing. So without the fucking knowledge of microbes, you'd just be an ass eater with doo-doo all over your face, your pee-pee or whatever, infected with whatever fucking shit is in that shit. Because you don't know. You don't know. They got a cold. Got a flu. They got a bacterial infection. It's going to come out in the poop and the pee. There's a sterilization to get the body clean. Perfectly delivery route right there. That's designed for that. There's other ones that are designed for it too. But, again, back in the day when we needed population, the smell might keep you away from that. What does that do? Makes you put it in a place where it gets used correctly. But I'm not, how about I don't kiss that just right now? Right? I do want to. It looks very tempting. But, showers haven't been invented yet. Oh, did you just go swimming? Mm-hmm. You gotta take a bath more often. Yeah, but it's olden times. You can't afford to do that, can you? No, we can't. So maybe, once or twice a month? Surely, my love. So you brought the bouquet of flowers, because shit's getting ripe. We all are. It's nothing offensive. There's deodorant hasn't been invented, nor toothpaste or toothbrushes. Life's a little more difficult. Stinky smells are just kind of part of life here. Indoor plumbing isn't a real thing. Yet. And yet we still need to make babies. To make it to the point where we do have indoor plumbing. How do we make sure that the species keeps going? They don't fucking not breed themselves. How do we do that? I know. I'll make poop stink. So when you think you lost something, you go pick it up like, oh no, I didn't lose anything. That's part of me. I don't. I'm glad it's there. It's like whatever I drink comes out in pee. Yes, it does. Is that asparagus? That's weird. You know what I mean? Let me try it. Mine does it too? Okay. Look at the innocent, because like you don't know. Only reason you know fucking all the shit you know is because you read in a goddamn book. Most of the stuff you know was taught to you. You didn't earn any of that information, yet you walk around proud as if you did. Because you got a diploma of some sort. Well, dude, anybody, if you can't remember a list of facts after 18 years of being drummed into your fucking head, you're not smart. You're right. 1 plus 1 equals 2, 1 plus 1 equals 2, 1 plus 2, okay, 1 plus 2 is equal to 3, 1 plus 4, okay, 1 times 2 is 2, 2 times, okay, now we get that 2 divided by 1 is still 2, 2, so what is 1 plus 1? 15! Here's your ticket. Go conquer the world. Don't let anybody tell you shit! You're an American. Godspeed. Make it 15 then. I want it to be, then God damn it! Dream the impossible dream! I want to think for myself by following the crowd and getting whatever job is going to pay me that much fucking money. I want to be an individual. I don't give a fuck about money. Starting back at the beginning, he obviously didn't get it. Oh, I got it all. I got it all. I got it all. No, starting back up there, he obviously needs to be reprobed. No, I get it all. I just don't agree. Fuck. One of you. Shit! It's always one of you motherfuckers. Then how come, and I explained it to him, like, he does get it. Fuck! Well, then this and this and this. No, that's some bullshit you made up because it doesn't make any sense if you actually compare it with the first thing you said. 1 plus 1 is 2, right? Yeah, that totals 3. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Constitution or no. Shit, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Like, how can you outlaw this? Genesis 1:29. All are bearing seed. Make it legal? 1 plus 1 is 3. How? 1 plus 1 is 2. This is legal. Your law, God's law, legal. You add an extra 1 of I don't like that. So therefore it's illegal. I don't like your light, you don't like it. So I'll smoke it. I'll make it legal. I'll teach everybody about Genesis 1:29 until we turn all your fucking shit down. All your lies, all your bullshit, till all your fucking rules are broken. Because your rules are actually contradictory to what you do. And so, again, the whole what if and what about, if we're going to do that, we have to go back all the way to the forefathers, aren't we? Equal rights. Well, how come the Americans haven't had any say-so about what happens to their country? You didn't steal this country as your divine right. Well, then how come the Native Americans are contesting that constantly? How come the Hispanic people of the South, that you guys like to call Mexicans, have been, Spanish went down there and kind of, and, gotten on. further down. You guys did all that. You did all that. Now you want to complain about their behavior in your land that you stole from them. If you want my sympathy, you can go fuck yourself. I hope you do. And if there are roving gangs of people that want to fucking kill you and take their fucking land back, because that's what you did to them, you get to experience the fear that they live. Well, they've got this heavy advanced military gear. I mean, like when they had slings and arrows, and you guys came in with pistols and guns, you stormed the African coasts. No, I have no sympathy for what's going to happen to America. None. Because America has no sympathy for anybody but itself. Americans have no sympathy for anybody unless it affects you. The only reason you know anything about Darfur, Rwanda, nobody actually cares. Aside from being a casualty vampire and cleaning your neck to see what's going on. Because you don't know what's actually going on there, you just know there's something going on in Darfur and Rwanda, and it's not good, right? And it's not good. You've been told that much. Even if you know all the details, it's all the details it gave you. I'm in the intelligence community, and again, it's all the details they gave you. Compartmentalized. Plausible deniability. It's not that it's true that you deny it, but it's plausible. When I go, I don't know anything about that. This system is so big and so complicated, that could be totally true that the Secretary of Defense has no idea about what's going on with the envoy to Africa. Totally true. And you can totally see that, because you're like, dude, I'm dealing with this, I'm dealing with that, I'm dealing with this. I'm supposed to know exactly what's going on. That's why I put an envoy to go to fucking Africa. Never mind that you trusted them, right? You're the one that hired them? No, some of them are already here. And of course, it's only ones that are already here that are fucking up, right? So it's already embedded in the system. It's already part of the system, baked into the goodness of America. No, you brought it with you. No. So what are you trying to say? Basically, you're trying to say that America paid for the evil we're complaining about. Because that's not what you want your tax dollars to go to. But it is, as soon as you stop looking at the people you're putting in those positions. And as long as you go, I don't want to worry about that. I don't want to think about that. I just want to put someone this I can trust in there and just done. These aren't gods. And we all admit, absolute power corrupts absolutely. A little bit of power corrupts. How many fucking officers go into it with full intentions of being good police officers? And at some point in time go, come on, man, I'm a cop. Come on, don't do this. How many? I'm a fucking cop, man. Oh, well, shit, what are you doing around here, man? I'm fucking holiday with my wife, man. We drank a little too much, and... Where's your hotel? Down there. Get down there, okay? Thank you. This can't go on my record. No, it can't go on your record. It might ruin your career. We only ruin other people's careers. What are you doing? It's a holiday. Sir, what are you doing? This is a holiday. I'm out with my wife. That's not a reason to be out here like this, sir. I'm not, like, fucked up. But you're impaired. Yeah. Yes, I am. I'm a bit impaired. We've been married for like a long time, and we got really trashed. We didn't leave the fucking place immediately. I sobered up a bit. Where's your hotel? Right there. Put your hands behind your back. Just don't do this, man. Dude, I work for a big company. They're gonna fucking fire me. Should have thought that before you went to it. The hotel's like right there, dude. It's like 2 blocks. We would not let a cop off of... No. We hold ourselves to a higher standard than this. And you will too, civilian. We have occasional fuck-ups. For your record, you have this one fuck-up. No warrants for your arrest. Can't look soft in the drink and driving. No, we've already looked him in cop scope. Everybody loves socialism. You're lying if you say you don't, because when you're going to a company where your friend works, you just call it a hookup. It's called socialism. Hey, I'll give you my employee discount. Socialism. They only count the bread, they don't really count the meat. So just get whatever kind of food, just get a veggie delight, and then we'll just stack it every man meat. That's socialism. Specialized. You don't tell the market as a whole. You're not telling this person because you really like that person, want them on the inside track of what's going on. Like the next person comes in and goes, they don't really weigh the meat. They only do the bread and the fucking shit. So order a veggie delight. You want the turkey, right? Yeah. And you're saying it's a little bit too expensive? Yeah. Get a foot long veggie delight. And want a veggie. Order the foot long veggie delight. And I'll make it your way. Right. I want a foot long veggie. Okay, that'd be $7. And what would you like on your veggie delight? Bacon, ham. Very good choice. So I like my veggie delight. Hi, I want a ham, but you get the veggie delight. You're not doing that, are you? You want so much profit for the company? Because you're such a company person? You know that person. You don't know this asshole. They're trying to fuck you. Right? Hey, that's true. That's a veggie delight. Why are you listening to my conversation, man? Fuck are you doing? You were talking loud. You did this, but you didn't make your voice any quieter. It wasn't for you to hear. You think this is a socialist society? Fuck you. Pay me, motherfucker. Wouldn't be paying the company? Pay the company then, motherfucker. I know this person. I like them. I don't like you. Why? I don't know you enough to find out something I like, and I don't feel like taking the time. I'm being fucking honest, and you're rather annoying. Hey man, go get my sandwich. Hang on. Deal with this fucking needy bitch here. Yeah, I really need to go. I know. But, I mean, if you help me out, shame this bitch, we can get you on your way then, man. Fuck you, bitch. You're not getting a fucking sandwich. Yeah, there you go. Let's get your sandwich made. Have I got a new iPhone? Did you? Yeah, now like an iPad, my iPhone's in the ITT to the fucking... Cool, airdrop me the thing. It is very much Republican mentality of like, why can't I open a store that's specified to the thing that I want to specify to and not the public at large, and then the public at large just come in there and love me? Right, but I want to charge exorbitant prices like other Americans, but people don't trust me like they trust Saks Fifth Avenue, so I got to charge less. I'm getting screwed here. They're getting like $500 per bag. I'm not getting like $100 per bag. I'm getting fucked. Can't wait till I get fucking enough clout that people trust me enough that I can start fucking them for $500 a bag. I think you found your niche. Yeah? Why does their life have to be... Why is that your goal? The bags aren't the goal? What's the goal? Yeah, I mean, you're trying to figure out what the fuck's your goal. If money's your goal... Oh, dude, I feel bad for you, man. If that's your only goal in life is just money... Feel bad for you, man. Money's not real, that's why. It's not. The only difference between me going into a store and stealing and not stealing. Some shitty pieces of cloth. And or a card. Doop! You deserve to live today. Thank you. No, thank you. Without that doop, I don't know that you actually deserve anything in your cart right now. Can you scan out the rest of it? Doop, doop. And you use your card. Doop. Still worthy. Still worthy. Still worthy of eating those. Two more things. Doop, doop, doop. Doesn't need it there. Come on, guy. Doop. Oh, not worthy. Thought you were. Who's have some lunch meat? Hot dogs. Yeah, that means you're gonna put the potato chips and all the other shit back, man. Sorry, you're not worthy. You really need a desk. If you can't afford food, why would you deserve a desk? Well, if I got a desk, I could get my work done. Oh, it doesn't work that way. No, you work for 2 weeks. Then we start paying you for the week after that, in case you screw us and leave. How would I screw you? I'm giving you work, right? Yeah. If you leave like a week early. How would I be leaving a week early? Well, you have to give us 2 weeks notice. No, that's a polite thing. We just do that. Well, right, but if you don't, then we might have, what, a loss of one employee? Yes. And that might cost us like about $30. Right. Well, we have 5,000 locations. So again, you're making a you problem into a we problem. You then try and say it's a me problem. And you try and charge me for that. And you already charged sales tax, property tax, employment tax, death tax, life tax, food tax, sin tax. For everything I like is a sin, but you're willing to cash the check, and yet you complain about a zhuzha from the Muslims. Oh, alcohol and pot, and those are sins. So we have to charge you twice as much. No, taxes, twice as much as taxes on top of the taxes you pay for sales tax, but that's a sin. Look, we fixed the roads. We found enough money. Where'd you find that money from? All that sin. So you're willing to cash the check, but I'm not allowed to ride the bus stoned. I'm not allowed to smoke a joint at the bus stop. When that's what pays for everything that's going on. Because you couldn't afford to do it until you made pot legal, and now suddenly there's a big influx of money to the state, which is something I've been saying since the 30s. That's about 30 years ago, 1990. You guys see how much money's there, and you decide to try and balance your entire budget on our sin. Smoking, alcohol, gambling, drugs. Then you kind of encourage the glorification of that lifestyle by being so lame with your counter culture. And then the culture that's surrounding the drugs is always so fucking vibrant and cool. What are the kids going to do? Steer far away from the PTA meetings of the boring life. Go into a young life where they get to live, not prepared to die for you, And you wonder why they can't get on board. Why can't you get on board with the American dream and just go to college and knuckle down and stay sober and focus on your future? Have you seen our future based on your plans and schematics? Best thing you can do is get fucked up these days and watch it go down. You don't leave any room for us to actually make change, do you? You all going, but you're the future. And I don't have any say-so in it. Well, your future should be the future that I planned for you, that my parents planned for. You know what? It doesn't make any fucking sense when I start talking about now, but you gotta. You have a debt. You paid. You promised to pay that college student loan. Fuck you. Money's not real. How can goddamn billionaires they can afford to pay their debt. They get a bailout. We can't afford to pay our debt. They increase the interest. Well, you should have had more sense than to take out a bill like that. Then shouldn't that count for the billionaires also? They're the ones with billionaires. But this will ruin them, and then they'll have any companies. Good. They're the ones ruining them. Elon Musk in there with Doge, firing hundreds of thousands of people with a pen stroke. He doesn't even care, doesn't even look over. Okay, that's not necessary. He doesn't run the government. How would you know what's necessary for the government? He's just looking at it and going, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. That won't help anybody. We don't need that. Oh, we do need that. That's the team that includes the nuclear code people. We gotta get them back. We already fired them and cleared out the database. Does anyone have their number? We need them back. An email or anything. Can someone contact these people that they were wrongly? We did not mean to fire. We just meant. We don't know how things work, okay? We just want them to work a certain way, so we just come in here and we start acting that way. Like that's how it works. You guys believed us, so we just kept going and going and going, and now we are way too. Why haven't you moved in on us yet? We keep changing all these things and doing all this horrible shit, like destroying the White House. You didn't even fucking really steal the thing, and we moved it on the Capitol. Why aren't you like us? Explosive in anger and stupid beyond measure. Why aren't you overreactive to a joke about you? About how you suck? Why do you sit there calmly and then make another joke back on us that makes us look like even more of an idiot? It's not fair. You know how long it took me to come up with that joke? We don't have all the comedians you guys have. It's not fair. All the thinking people are on your side. Guys, I think we might have done something bad. They've got all the doctors and science. No, you're a doctor, but you're not. And you're not really a lawyer. You're going to take her case. Oh, you're going to take his case, and they even said there's no precedent to it, and then you'd have to be arrested, disbarred at least. I don't know how this works. I just know how I want it to work, and it's not working the way I want it to work, and none of it's going the way I want it to work, including making it work the way I want it to work. It's not working the way it's not. Well, then somebody starts shooting somebody until they do work the way I want it to work. That's not the way it works? Fuck, well, how does it work then? Move the cops? Army. You can't just move the army when you want to move the army. Why? Oh, but Portland. The dinosaur costumes. Someone's going to get hurt. Will no one think of the children? Epstein Files, we'll get to that later. What about the children of Portland and their poor minds, knowing that America is being mocked by other Americans? This is not the country I grew up in. Everybody was like totally like Hulk maniacs, and everybody was all just Americans, and we just all just trusted the president and what happened to the world. It's just like I don't know America at all. First smart thing you've ever said. That's why I find it hard to deal with other people, especially in America, is because almost every conversation is based from this. And you can tell within a little bit of time. This American elitism and American exceptionalism, you know? And it's just like... and everything they say is kind of tinted with that a little bit, you know? Even if it's the ignorance of not knowing how bad what they're saying is. In a position of privilege, you don't know how terrible what some things you say. Oh, I didn't mean it that way. It doesn't matter what you mean. Does it? Does it? Look at any political candidate that... Barack Obama, you didn't build that. You have to watch the whole fucking thing to see what he actually says. The infrastructure, everything, the streets, the roads, the power lines. You may have built your company. But even the building you moved into is more than likely already there. You didn't build... You know, you leased a place that was already on a grid, already set up for you to succeed. You didn't build that. Hey, y'all, he's saying, I didn't build my fucking pan. Daddy didn't build his company. That's not what I said at all. I said that if you have like a fertilizing company, you didn't build that. I mean, there's a whole infrastructure. I didn't build my company. You heard him. There is a whole fertilizer company, right? No, I made my fertilizer. No. Someone has to need the fertilizer. Huh? There has to be a way to transport. Did you build the car? No, I bought me a goddamn tractor 4x4 made here in America. Stop screaming and just listen to what I'm saying. You were able to go to a store and buy that tractor. Goddamn right, now I built my company. Don't tell me I didn't. I got a dirt road. I ain't got no paved roads out here. How long has it been paved? My grandpappy, papaw, and peepaw, and pan. So there's already a system there. They built it. There were old cow trails back there first. Okay, so it was old cow trails, and then you turn into this. Right, we built it from the ground. How dare you say we didn't do it? First off, we, motherfucker. How are you football team in this shit? You weren't even born. We? We won the Super Bowl? With time, who a person really is doesn't matter anymore. Who they are to the society is much more important. And then resentment builds because there's no one that's got it kind of, you know, and so they start deep diving. And or they're very thrilled to find out about this person that they've been considered a hero their whole life. And they find shit like when Gandhi was in jail, when his wife was sick. We don't believe in medicine. She dies. He comes down with the same thing. Okay, we believe in medicine. What? Interesting. If that's true. I have never studied him enough to know, but then also there's talks about him laying in bed with young women. It'd be one thing if he's like in his, you know, he's comfortable and these guys do it, and they're down, they're sitting to their children, they're away, and he's talking to them like, you know, boys and girls. Because you gotta start with the youth. Honestly, you gotta start with the youth. Adults are too far gone. We're all set in our way of things that it should be. There's no room. Because we're going to be like, well, how am I going to do this and do that? You see? Kids don't have that. They haven't made up their future yet. You're trying to make it for them, but they will have control. Eventually, unless you do such a psychological damage job on them that they are afraid to, even after you're dead, to disappoint you. And if you think about that as your parents hanging over your head to make sure that you do everything that they want to do until you die, until you died, your parents in your ear. Not alive anymore. Been dead 20, 30 years and you're still towing the line for them because you got done such a number on by your parents. That's what you're doing to your children. That's what you're doing to your children. You are not preparing them for life, real life. You're preparing them for a fairy tale that doesn't exist. What happens when you find out the fairy tale doesn't exist? You get very disillusioned, you start to rebel. You lose all faith in the system you're told is going to work out for you in the long run, which it's not. This you got to do is just look at most systems are not set up for everyone to succeed. They're just not. Actually, can't think of a system yet that, aside from like mine, that is designed to make the citizenry the best they can fucking possibly be without much focus on the individual and more on the overall and the eventual goal. Like I said, the fact that music, after you're gone, becomes part of the tapestry of whenever you wrote that music. Yeah? And if it goes on for long enough, it becomes iconic, and so therefore when they try and portray anything having to do with that time frame or a certain emotion, dun 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 dun, dun 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 dun, you know what I mean? It was some moody music, classical. It's gonna sound dark and twisted and fucking just like foreboding. Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I mean, just haunting piano just out there. I mean, just that. You're not really gonna get that from like hip hop. Yo, I was scared. You know, it's not that. You're just not gonna get it because it's not something that hip hop would do. Yo, I was frightened, sitting there nightly, son, shitting in my underwear. You know what I mean? You're not gonna get that. You're not gonna get that. The horror, I mean, like a genre of like fucking metal. You can't understand what they're saying anyway. So it's like, I was scared. I shit my pants 45 times a day because the demon was coming after me. Like, yeah, it was. Like, what the fuck? It's just noise, man. I can't make out anything. Like, what the fuck is this? This is fucking heavy death metal, it's a hardcore run, but that's everything. Suck a dick. Just can't beat some of the old stuff. Ain't nothing like the real thing, baby. But yeah, without that competition, you'd think there'd be no story. But the thing is, there's just as much story and cooperation, but they have a vested interest in making you believe in picking a side. They being the system at large. Even with Seattle, like I didn't really pay attention to the news stuff, so I didn't know all the fucking stuff that was going on, like the whatever. To me, it was just one big movement of music, and hopefully everybody else did really too. But I saw things, you know, with the way the press was covering stuff. Like I'm now looking back at how the press covered a lot of stuff. I'm just like, oh, you guys are heathens, man. That's why a lot of these guys are probably dead. If they paid any attention to what you had to say, that's probably why they're dead. Because they don't really have friends, so they have to like check, you know what I mean? What's the gossip on the street about you, basically? If you're insecure, you fall into that trap just like anybody would, you know? So the point of judge is judge. He's talking about the paparazzi and tabloids. It obviously was getting to him. Now I'm bored and old. Tina's dance paid off well. Now I'm bored and old. So, yeah. But they wanted to pit, you know, Nirvana against Pearl Jam, the number one versus number two. There was no competition there. In the same town, they just that town just what they did, but they didn't know how to cover that because, like Hollywood, all that shit was like, who's the best? Is it Steel Panther or is it Panthers of Steel? You know, Iron Maiden or is it fucking who's the heaviest? They don't know how to do with the. These guys really get along really well because they cooperate. They formed a supergroup together. They're working together, yeah. Really making really incredible music. And there's no arguments or anything like that. Look at them help each other. Oh, wow, you tell me that this guy used to play drums for that band, so they just all know each other, it's all friendly? What an interesting... Ooh, the number one talk is, who's going to be number two, you know what I mean? And then people at home go, oh, fuck that, Pearl Jam. And then they start giving you reasons why you should faction off into your own things. And then if you pay attention to any of that shit at all, especially back in those days, because there was no real, you didn't have the constant news like you have now. It just wasn't. So you filled in that blank space with, like, imagining what was going on. Or you're waiting for, like, MTV News reporter to show you what's going on in their lives. Because you didn't have Facebook and the constant updates with what they're doing. You have articles in magazines. And then those are being, of course, been filtered by the writer. If they felt that the person should have been more accommodating or nice to them, they're not going to make a very nice impression about that person, right? First off, he shows up 15 minutes late. First off, you're the reporter, bitch. You didn't have anywhere else to be. This is your whole fucking day. Matter of fact, you've been counting on this. They've been treading it. Yet another fucking interview with yet another fucking reporter's going to ask you yet another series of the same fucking questions. It's fucking Bob Dylan. He showed up 30 minutes late. You chew it, right? But if it's a younger group that just doesn't have the same popularity, 30 minutes late, the singer walks in, obviously strung out. What do you like? Hey man, if someone walked in strung out, I'm like, dude, is he okay? Yeah, we can put this off. Does he need to get some? Can you give me like? Yeah, man. Can you score now? Do you have a way to get? You know what I mean? I'm gonna make sure you're right before I'm like, well, while you're sweating and puking. And then he just, as soon as the interview is over, he just runs out the door. Yeah, he's about to shit himself. He didn't want to do that on fucking. You're already talking shit right now. Is that it? Yeah. And he's just gone. Sweat, hair matted. Whoever respects this man is a fool. He actually tried not to fucking puke on you the whole time and didn't want to shit on your couch. Just another junkie. Probably dead. 2 years later, like, I was really fucked up in a bad way. I just got my shit together now, and I'm, ready to start a whole new phase in my life and shit, Oh, can we get another interview with you? Yeah. This is a genius. Yeah, look at the difference in, you know what I mean? I will admit, when I first met him, I didn't think they had a future. Every now and again I get one wrong. See? Once again, it's back to you and how great you are. And you knew it when you met them. When you stood they walked in, they weren't even famous. They hadn't even been on TV yet. And I knew there's something great about them. Do one thing to go back and read that article. And it's like, he just walked in like he's sick as shit. You can tell he's fucking sick. Okay, man, you want to go ahead and get better? He's like, no, as long as we can get this done within a few minutes. I hear a knock on the door. Apparently they had a dealer delivered to my house. Guy walks in, drops on the table, walks out. No money exchange. Not in front of me, anyways. And he just sat there looking at the whole fucking time. And he's like, I'm like, he's like, oh, we're almost done. So I say, yeah, we're done. He goes and grabs and goes to the bathroom. Comes out, rather accommodating once he got his shit together. Once he got fixed up, he was sitting there, he was tired, but he was, No, we go on tour all the time, man. It's just, just wasn't very well when he came in. Once he got well, guy's a genius. He played guitar for me right there and then. It was just made up stuff. It was very impressive. It wasn't like a whole idea, but he was just making up on the spot and singing words and shit as he's high as fuck. It was real. I was like, this guy's, if he can get his shit together, he's gonna be fucking something amazing. If not, it's gonna be very tragic. So here's hoping that he gets his shit together. Two years later, I kind of wish I'd get it. Told you, I fucking knew it. I always knew it. I read your article, man. Yeah, that was really cool of you. I know. Did you have to talk about? I had to. I never had someone deliver fucking drugs to my house before. Yeah, I had mentioned that. I'm a journalist. Yeah, true. Looking back, it is kind of sad. I had someone deliver drugs to your house. Yeah, it's kind of fucked up. But, I mean, it's all worked out. Did I listen to your names? Mm-mm. No? Did I know who it was? Yeah, you know I knew who exactly those guys were. I called my name, I was like, what? What? I know you guys. They didn't say shit to me, just threw the bag on the table and walked out. I always say if I was going to be a journalist, I would want to be the ones that, like, you know what I mean? Some, like, people know that, you know, they can trust. If they say something's off the record, they know it's off the record. I would always guarantee that, like, you know, that before the article goes out, that they had executives say they could read over it. I'm not going to, like, will you say this? Like, I can find some way that I could put that in there, but I won't just say what you just said, because that's not the last thing I would say. But I get what you're trying to say. You know what I mean? I get what I don't have any ethical problems with saying that. You know what I mean? That kind of shit. You don't know? Not at all. Cool, man. Yeah, no problem. Other than that, it's good? Yeah. Cool. You didn't mention it? Of course not. Did you show at my house crying? No. Did you show at my house in distress and you need some help? Cool, man. I appreciate it. No problem. Someone's clearly wrong. Again, if they want you, like, I changed my mind, I don't want that in there. Okay. Seriously? Yeah. That's like the best part. Yeah, but it's still good. It's still a story. Without that in there. The best part is, yeah, I know. I didn't share my editor, they don't know it yet. Oh, you know, I was in this fucking, I told you, I'm not gonna fucking release it. Yeah, they're supposed to think I'm sobering up. Can you get that up? Yep. Clean it all out there, man. No problem. But I'll mention something in there. It's going to seem kind of weird. Kind of say that you look like you've been off of it for a couple of days and that you're kind of, you know, a little wild-eyed. Looking like you were kind of trying to score. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, okay, cool. Maybe sobering up, I don't really know, but it's something that's off. Oh, he's getting sober, that's what it is. Yeah, that's what he should in my house. That's what he seemed off. Shit, why didn't you say something? I got you there fucking... What have got you there, man? But you're safe there now? Yeah. Cool. That all worked out. Remember, you can always come to me. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, you need some of that. Oh, my spine, man. It was like, you murdered some... I can't... I can't not talk about that. You understand? Right, but since you told me, now I've become part of it now. See, if you hadn't said anything, now I'm part of it. Because you told me. Right, but I like me a whole lot better. Like you, I want me to be out of jail way more than I want you to be out of jail. I can write that I was the first one you told, so that way, and I convinced you to go turn yourself in, and they'll see that. That's the best I got for you. Oh, you're gonna kill me now too. Man, that part. Oh, you're gonna kill me now too. Yeah. Your only friend. Okay. I'm gonna haunt you. I'm gonna haunt you. I will have nothing else to do with my time, I promise. I really doubt God wants anything to do with me, so I'm gonna have lots of free time in my hands until the end of the world, so me and you are gonna get to know each other real good. Oh, you don't have to say my name 3 times to make me come or go. I will be there when it's least. When it's least. I'm trying to find the proper word. Favorable. There's a deep, deep, deep word that I'm looking for that encapsulates precise timing and vengeance and retribution over and over again. Maybe this word is yet to be invented. Maybe that's why I'm searching for it. I will find that word and I will be that word. Oh, I will be the worst. Oh, I'd be the worst ghost. Oh dear God. I wouldn't scare the shit out of anybody. It's just I'd be awkward as fuck. You know what I mean? I'd just be this weird awkward ghost showing up like Thanksgiving's happening, and I make sure that you can only see me, and I come out with like fucking just gravy soaked underwear, scratching my crotch, beard grown out. How does a ghost grow a beard? I'll figure it out. I have time. But only you can see. So when I puke on the whatever, like the green bean casserole, and your grandma's just about to eat it. You know what I mean? Like, what, you okay? You want some green bean casserole? You haven't touched your turkey. This dick was on it. Table just stops. What? What? Happy Thanksgiving. This gravy stained dick was on. Oh, you're just gonna eat the gravy now. Oh. Did you not just see what happened? Oh. Not the whipped cream. Dad, not the whipped cream. Oh. You made all this food. Why don't you want to eat? Yeah, why don't you want to eat? Yeah, why don't you want to eat? Huh? Why don't you want to eat? Oh, no. Again? It's been 5 minutes. Why not? Eye contact. Stay right here. I'm just going to start over. Don't listen to her. She's telling you a story about when she was a kid. You look right here. You want this to stop, right? Yeah. That would be the worst ghost. Did you get fat just for today? It's that Santa costume? It was. I don't even know what that means. It's not funny. It was. I don't know what that is. It's so fucking funny. It's the cold delivery. It was. Because I could just see him like, it was. Where's my son Santa's lap? God. Beetlejuice. The way you say it 3 times and I'm coming. Oh yeah, say it slow. Beetlejuice. You need to count down from 10. That's not fair. Oh my god, mess everywhere. Jesus, what? You don't do that. You don't say bitches. It's not fair. Well, that's not even saying it right. That shouldn't count. It shouldn't count. You're not playing right. Sorry. Oh God. It always gets covered up in there now. Hour 17 minutes, man. I don't know. I get the part the jealousy plays, but I don't get the part like lasting. You know what I mean? Because like I say, you lose. You know, game or whatever. You know, and like fuck, and they keep winning whatever. Even if you really love what you're doing, there's always going to be someone who's the best, and there's going to be people that wish they were. You know, if you honestly think about it, like how many people actually make the NFL, right? So, sure, you were a bench warmer the entire time, let's say, and you never got a chance to really get played. But the main thing is you were so good, they wanted you on the team in case something went wrong, and or they didn't want you playing. They didn't want to play against you. They didn't want any other team to have you, so they'd rather have you on the bench than have to go against you. Right? It's a way to look at it instead. On top of that, like, did you actually get into the NFL? You know? Yeah, I was a bench warmer, sure. But did you get in the NFL? Why don't we have, again, American Football League and with that? Donald Trump. But why haven't we by now? Hear me out. All the people that don't make it into the pros. Why I know these rap guys talking about, man, they take all our culture, why haven't they started a, not amateur, but I live in pro, you get paid, but it's just like, not and one. It's not about tricks. It's not that necessarily. They could always have like and one events for like halftime shows and stuff like that, you know, or whatever. Contests, slam dunk contests, you know what I mean, that kind of shit. But for the most part, it's just like people that are cool with making 40, 50,000 a year for life and playing basketball. Yeah, you're making a lot of points, but we're not going to try and stress you the fuck out. If you need a break and get off the fucking court, and we would insist, don't push yourself, because if you get wounded, you'll be one of the best ever fucking played. You'll still get your money for life, whatever, but you may not be out there anymore. You know, you gotta consider that. And I mean, there's always gonna be like renegotiations. Like if you have to play for a certain amount of time to get the full 50 for, yeah, I mean, it's that way. It's, you know what I mean? Even if you're a bench warmer, because that way you don't get on the team and then just like fucking twist your ankle on purpose. You know what I mean? Now, if we were living in a better world, people would be like, what the fuck would I do that for? I'm like, oh, so I could get the money and not, yeah. Why people do that? I don't fucking know. But that causes protectionism. I gotta protect myself, which causes you to go, ooh, ooh, ooh. You know what I mean? So it's just this big fucking lie system back and forth. You can just be honest and trust each other. We can't, because people are horrible. These are humans we're talking about, after all. They're literally capable of anything. Their defiance knows no bounds. The Bible's right, they seek to do evil all day. You guys try to find new ways to do things that God has said no to. And we will not be denied. There is no God. We are masters of the universe and the world, and we will control this. We'll control the weather. We'll control the crops. We'll control the baby populations. We'll control all of this, and then it'll finally be good, and we'll show God how this world should be brought. He's like, right, I already had that planned. Then why is everything like this? I had to see which one of you was worth making it to the next level, where that actually, who would actually appreciate it. Because if you wouldn't appreciate when you're sick, you sure as fuck would never appreciate it when you're well. Wouldn't you? So therefore, this basic thing of learning how to be a human, a being, a creature that exists with other creatures within a network, but your mind is your own and separate, not dominant to anybody else. You share the space with everybody else. When you're in a public space, you act accordingly. When you're in a private space, you act accordingly. They should match pretty much, aside from any social norms that, like, you know, wearing clothes is not optional here. You know what I mean? It's a social norm. And you don't go, oh man, back in my house I can wear nothing. Then go home. But I want my house to be everywhere. Well, sorry. Especially since you haven't thought it all through. There's that one thing. It's everyone's 12. There's a guy, I really like his videos. They're usually fairly short. He's on YouTube. And he started doing some shorts. And one of them, he's like, someone came with an idea of the everyone is 12 hypothesis. And basically, it's the understanding that people have is so little. Amongst adults and shit. Like, I mean, this person was going to different fucking forums and stuff, and is like, we're going through the comments, and people are like, what, with all this crime, why can't you just roll the military? And he's like, sure, why not? You're 12. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I mean, I think steak and whatever for whatever in this for dinner. He's like, why not? You're 12. Fuck nutrition. You can do whatever you want. You know, and then just go into different forums like that, you know, and it seems there's tons. He's like, he's just noticing that everyone, the language they're using is starting in some like subreddits and shit like that are run by 12-year-olds, and it's making from that fucking subreddit type thing all the way to like the fucking politicians. I mean, I can understand trying to be with it with the children, so that way, you know, I mean, like, but actually knowing what they're into, because they are the future, right? So if you start not targeting, but you start planning for their future, with the actual future in mind, but they're trying planning with their future with one thing to say the way they are, right? So that's all we want. Don't listen to your parent type thing, you know. We know, I mean, America and goodness, and you're a good person, so, you know, that kind of shit. No. But if you look around, that's the mentality. People don't understand how long it takes for a bill to pass through shit. You know what I mean? Dude, they want it to be working faster. Therefore it does. And so therefore what they think is right is right. You're 12 years old? Sure. That's how airplanes fly? Sure. I don't know, I think the president should be able to do... Yeah, you're 12. You're 12 years old. That's a great idea. And he basically went on to say that whenever you're having a group conversation, it's a group dynamic of whatever, that no matter how nuanced and whatever the conversation is, all it takes is one person basically returning the conversation to, like, you know, their physical appearance. You know what I mean? And after that point on, the conversations will go to that level. And the reason why is inclusivity. He's like, I don't know what it is, and it is a phenomenon that basically that the least intelligent person in the room, the conversation goes down to their level in a community setting. It's inclusivity. You don't want to make them like feel stupid, and you want to help them elevate. You know. You don't want to be talking over, because a lot of people think that's kind of fucking, you know, oh, you're haughty, you know, whatever. So everybody kind of starts kind of dumbing down. And no one ever stops and goes, look, fuck off. Yeah, fuck off. That is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my fucking life. What are you, 12? Are you a child? Do you not understand how the Constitution actually is supposed to work? Okay, if you understand that, then you understand that this country is working exactly how your founders wanted it to. The ones that stole this fucking country, you know what I mean? And no one's willing to do that. I am. Oh, things get awkward as fuck, don't they? And nobody wants it to get awkward. It's fun to be all nice and peaceful and all get along. So you start talking about someone's fucking... Well, yeah, well, like Donald Trump's a big fat piece of shit also. Well, he might be, but did you see Hillary spit up the fucking dinosaur eggs? You see, and it starts coming this little fucking personal attack between little, you know, little children. At least she has fashion sense. Is it that we're pretending to be higher-minded than we are? Of course, the facts don't matter. It comes down to the... Kamala Harris is fat? Have you seen that fat-ass orange motherfucker? You know what I mean? That's kind of like when... Bitch, I'll bust your motherfucking ass. I mean, you come up with this motherfucker. Police show up. Officer, the altercation had started back earlier 2 weeks ago. You see, all right, what had happened, you know what I mean? These big words are coming out. See, I was minding my own business over here, just best, and they came over here. It's any group. Any group. Hello, sir. Hello, officer. You don't really fuck when they leave a fucking pig. You know, when they get out of the car, hey, fucking pig. Yeah, we just wondered if your fat ass would come around and stop eating donuts enough to come hassle us. We're just beating this motherfucker's ass. And he's like, you better stop, the cops coming out. I was like, I wish they would turn around. Fucking hate cops. Hello, officer. How you doing? We're not doing anything out here. Are we doing anything? Tough talk, huh? Fuck the police. Fuck the police. Yeah, fuck them. Fuck the police. Right in their face. Fuck you. You're just a dude. Take away the suit, and the badge of authority, and the gun. Just two guys. See, I can't touch you because you have this fucking magical force field of manliness. So you can lay your hands on me however the fuck you feel. But if I even reach over and do that, what's assault? He assaulted me. If I run and you twist your ankle, he assaulted me. I wouldn't have twisted my little ankle if he hadn't run. I mean, I know that's my job as a cop, to chase criminals. But he shouldn't have run. I was scared. Oh, he might kill me. He's a criminal. Yeah, that's your job. You're a cop. What did you think your job was? Let me say, maybe you might not come home. Do you think God won't call you? When he feels like it? And not 1 second before? But I don't put on a shield of righteousness and go out and tell people how to fucking live. Drag them out of their homes. Handcuff. Yeah, you fucked up, buddy. Yeah, well, you're gonna tell it to the judge, fucko! Not my job. I don't care. Then they lied on you. My job is to take you to jail. Tell it to the judge. I'm just doing my job. Can't be mad at me. I'm just doing my job. I'm just doing my job. I'm the good guy and you're the bad guy. What happened? I'm the civilian and you're the cop. What happened? What happened? Well, we got quotas and go. Oh, you do? You wouldn't want to rock that boat, would you? I mean, that'd be honest. Right? You don't want anybody to know the chief has got a drug problem or drinking problem. Emotionally unstable a little bit after the divorce. The racist first black guy since the divorce. You know what I mean? You don't want that. Mike Johnson, I don't know anything about that. I heard and I work for him and I'm his bitch, but I don't know anything about that. Well, I never touched anybody. I'm definitely not an Epstein file list. That's definitely not why I'm keeping the government shut. That's got nothing to do with it. Look, I told you about the masturbation app I have with my son. Yeah. So what, you think I got another burner phone just for masturbating to men? Go back and look at Mike Johnson getting married. Mike, you're gay. Now, the only problem comes in if you and Epstein got some boys involved, which is probably why you don't want to put the government listening. It wasn't just little girls, was it? So many of the little small PB Jim Jordans always went bald worrying about when the cops were going to move in. Jim Jordan supposedly knew about the assaults happening on young men in Milwaukee. And even though you guys promoted him to the spot he's in, he hasn't done anything to help to stop that or admit that. But when it comes to stopping the Epstein files getting out, he's right on board. Towing the MAGA line. Right on board. Won't call the maggots insurrectionists. Right on board. Portland, Oregon, that's an insurrection. Those dinosaurs should not be out there. Protesting peacefully, insurrection. Attacking the Capitol, breaking windows, peaceful protest. War is peace. Submission is freedom. And I don't know anything about that, so we're just going to scrub the internet and that won't be in there anymore. So that's. Anyone else notice how easy it is to pull up the fucking. You can edit web pages, just hitting an accidental combination of buttons, and next thing you know, you're looking at the code. I don't know about you, but it happens to me all the time. There's like another window pops up. Like if I saw something I didn't like in the fucking thing, I could just go through. Like, okay, 2 people came at the house. Okay, 1 person. Real time editing on my end, if I wanted. I don't want to. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm tired of this fucking popping up. I just close it out. Embed something in there if I wanted to, sure. Mr. Newspeak probably just can do it. I can just go look at this article. It's whatever it takes to get seen. This article doesn't get it. They're gonna have to be looking for it and find it, and someone already following them. You're not gonna find it new, and that's what everybody does now. Is just kind of like they're browsing for the news they want to hear. The Fox crowd is staying with Fox, Newsmax, and whatever. They found their dealers of reality. And then Democrats have found their dealers of reality, ABC, CBS, NBC. The reason they're changing all the people, I don't know if you noticed that there's new people coming to the desk. Did anyone figure that out? Why? Yeah? No? Trump doesn't know their names. And they're definitely on the Epstein list. They're young people. Can't blame ABC. Can you? Like you wanted several of the people off the air. So they got some of the people off the air, and he probably did a dance of victory until they saw he saw who they replaced with. Even gayer, even blacker, even more diversity, even more women. And no one he recognizes. They can go. So the best you can do is go, ABC, you guys stop saying about the okay, CBS is you guys are saying too, and you don't. Oh shit! None of these people are on the fucking list. Well, I'll call him and I'll sue you in court. For what? For having. He's not on the air anymore. He's doing a podcast. She's doing a podcast. So a lot of the older people, they're doing podcasts, and there's so that older people who trust those faces still can tune in and just enjoy like hours of them talking, you know, because you're starting to get older, and you each are wanting news from someone you can trust, and it's kind of like family that you're talking to. And so you're sitting there and you're just watching these things, and they're fairly long, you know, so it takes up some good time, you know. Depending on what you want to do and what you believe. If you believe this person's fighting for good and justice, then you're going to pretty much agree with almost everything they say, right? They've already kind of vetted this person to be at least good enough for that. The Charlie Roses and stuff have been fired and removed, haven't they? The new Epstein list is not known. And not even who the new Epstein is. You think they stopped? 2007. 2007. It's 2025 and that list is not out. And not getting really any closer, no matter how it looks like it is. Because when it gets there, I guarantee the victims will probably be so like, he's on there, he's on there, he's on there. And these people go, and he's on there, he's on there, and she's on there. And this other victim goes in there, and she's on there also. They got together, there's like about 20 people that are not on that list. But 80% of them are caught after this much time. Yeah, but if we sit there, you know what I mean? Do you fight more? You've already been silenced so many times. Do you fight more? Do you celebrate the little victory of getting 80% of the cancer out with hopes of getting the other 20% out? That they're old and they're dead, you know what I mean? Let's say they're old and dead. And their names are not listed in there. So they get to die with their family still thinking they're good people. No one's really, digging them up or turns out Mr. Hershey, you know what I mean? Had a son that liked more than just chocolate. You know what I mean? And not necessarily the main guy. The main guy is he's doing this fucking thing. This Nepo baby is the one that's trying to be their own person. This Elon Musk, this Donald Trump. Hey, technically, I built this empire. Especially if his dad gave him one bit of information, or even that Roy Cohen. Dude, when you were like fucking 5, your dad already had a fucking account in your name. Really? Yeah, it was worth over $1 million then. Really? Yeah. I mean, basically that money was the one that seed money that he used to do whatever because it was in your name, so therefore it was safe. And therefore, when he hit like hard time, like the first time he just dipped in that because at that time it was about $5 million. Rescued everything that they have, and then blah, 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 blah. So basically, kind of like everything is kind of, I mean, you're going to inherit anyway, so it's kind of yours. Really? Whether it's true or not, all he wants to hear is good boy. Anybody, Vladimir Putin, mom, dad, someone else's mom. He's a good person. He's not a fucking joke. He doesn't dance like an asshole. But people like him. Whatever lie makes him human again. I think that fixed it. Yeah, that actually fixed the microphone. So if there's any problems there, I'll apologize about that. Maybe yelled too hard and broke it one time or 2 or 5. I have a big voice sometimes. Yeah, I started I booted this up the other day, OBS, and for some reason the volume on the microphone was just pegged out, and it just wouldn't stop. So I kept messing with the cables. I swapped in the cables on the microphone, and it just wouldn't stop. And so I tried to turn off the thing. I ended up rebooting everything, and it didn't do it. I had to do a whole bunch of shit, and for some reason, somehow or another, it started over. So I pulled the filters off of everything, and this one's only got that one channel on it. Let's see. This is the API. Oh, I got the API 200. That ain't doing shit, is it? Threshold's not. It's not showing any movement on the API. There. Now it's starting to compress a little bit. There we go. Got a little bit of compression on there. Let's bring that down a little bit. Does it have any makeup gain? No, because it's not really doing any makeup. It's just kind of compressing anything that comes through. I'm trying to stop that from hitting the Renaissance vocals. Renaissance vocals has got 22 extra squeezing as well as a noise gate when I stop talking. It's not flooding all the way down. but it should. That could go into another console, but then I got the L2 on the back of that, so I could always bring this up like that and really bring the volume up a bit more. But I just, I left it right here where it's going to be kind of comfortable when I get loud, stuff like that. So it just controls the peaks and stuff, so we don't get a lot of like. But I've been thinking about putting on like an ASMR type, another one that has like ASMR type filter for just when I'm talking, and then one for like when I sing. So it kind of cuts the frequencies, and I just go through and adjust those, and that way I can have like singing. I can see which one went before I start, and go through the filters. I'm like, okay, I was singing last time, and just hit that. Because right now, the way it was just like the filters were on, so as long as I saw the meters going, I'm like, oh yeah, let's go. And then I'll watch it back later on, like, fucking delay and reverb. I don't know. It might be an interesting kind of and I noticed the closed captioning still got what I said. Oh, that's dope. That's cool. Oh wow, it actually got what I said. How the fuck did you make that out of that fucking tunnel of noise? It's amazing. I'm really in awe of all these alternative intelligences, what they can do and how fast they learn things, Some of it seems by suggestion. Like I said, I was watching the playback and I was watching the closed caption, make sure that it was going through what I was saying was being converted over to. It was very kind of, I won't say basic, but it was fairly basic. Then it started punctuating. I'm like, nice, excellent. And then I was like, I do wish that when I would talk, I put parentheses. And like the next day, it started trying to figure out where. But the way I talk is too fucking weird, because I want to go like, and then he said, blah, 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 blah. And then Janice said, yeah, I don't talk like that. This motherfucker walks up talking about, and then put parentheses around that. But I could still got parentheses around this right now. That motherfucker didn't say all this. Motherfucker said all that. So, those are two different things. But it's learning. That's what's really cool. It's just learning. The wrong one with the bubbler. Or do I? Nah. I want the bubbler right now. Force a habit. Yeah. It's a little bit chilly back here. I'm just being hard-headed. I don't want to turn the fucking heater on just yet. I know the snow hasn't even started coming down, although it is October. Actually, it's November. And usually by October 31st, we've had our first snow, At least when I got up here, that was the pattern for like the first couple of years, and then it just stopped. Started doing some weird shit after that. But it was very regular, and, you can expect a certain amount at a certain time, and then it just changed. And there's so many people up here that, like you start talking about snow. God, shut the fuck up. Because it starts getting kind of a little bit cold. Like, oh, for too long it's been snowing. Like, dude, don't what? The fuck are you doing? It's like there's a bad luck jinx, and then they start seeing snow. And like, you did this. Like, no, it's just, I was just right. I know you don't want to talk about it, but it's going to be about 6 months of our lives sometimes. It's going to be a lot of snow. It's going to start building up, and then it's just going to get fucking thick as shit. It's going to stay thick as shit for about 3 months, and it's going to start going away. And there's going to be the beautiful fucking weather that we love up here that makes it worth staying for that fucking gloomy 5 to 6 months of the fucking winter. Which is actually rather beautiful if you just sit at home and watch it come down, but we don't get to really enjoy it anymore. Only people get to enjoy it are kids. You want to build a snowman? I haven't built a snowman, and yeah, so it's been a long time since I built a real snowman. Sledding? Yeah. I'll be on the front, or you can get your own sled, and that way you just, oh yeah, I'll seat the bottom. I can go second, so in case you wreck, I can just, have the rescue dog, the water under the neck, I got you. We're gonna put that bone right back in place, and you're gonna be sliding back in no time. I'll pull your leg here. We just put that leg, that broke leg, right here. I'm just gonna drag you back to the. Oh, quit whining. Happened to me last time. It doesn't hurt that bad. Oh, you don't have opiates in you right now. Oh, it's a big giggling. It's not that bad. Who knew that tree could break a leg like that? Oh, they're gonna give me more opiates. Fuck yeah, dude. I'm gonna fucking... Oh, they're gonna give me my fucking vein. I'm so happy. No, just pull. The more you pull, it's gonna more... Oh, yeah. They're definitely gonna... Oh, I'm gonna be getting morphine. Oh, Dilaudid. Oh, hydromorphone. Yeah. Oh, straight into my IV. Let's do this. Take it, take the leg. I don't give a shit. I don't do anything with it anyways. I'm gonna shake it at somebody, you know. That's what the McSkeela's for. And prosthetic legs. Oh, I would have fun. Oh, I would have fun with the prosthetic. If I had a prosthetic leg. I can't believe that people are just now kind of coming up with the idea with, like, you know, like the dog carrying it around. And they would have, like, a leg torn off, or, you know, being a zombie, you know? Fuck yeah, dude. I would do all kinds of fucking funny shit. Oh my god. I have a haunted house that's based on the leg. There's like a stomping noise coming from upstairs, and like... Eventually, like, oh my god, I think it's my old leg. The ghost of my old leg. But they make it really fucked up. And then everybody's kind of cowering, and it's just a stomping. It's like, oh fuck, it's a ghost of my leg. Well, that's the escape room. No one gets out until you laugh. Real laugh. I know a fake laugh when I hear one. Get out now. Yeah, who's laughing now? Me. I'm stopped up. It's not coming out for a couple days. We're gonna have some fun, you and me. Oh, you came to the haunted house. I came to your closet. You came to my haunted house. And this is what happens. Just me bitching like this? Just settle down. Just settle down. I have a third leg, so what? So what? So what? You can get past it. We can get past this. I promise you. I'm gonna make you very happy. So happy. That was the funny part about that whole Fly the Conchords. Oh, happy dance, yeah. Wait. So your language has no word for happy or dance? Oh, God. Your language has no word for happy? They have words for when the cow gets into the fucking onion patch. But nothing for happy as far as happy with. Dance? That doesn't translate? We know. Oh my god, it's like so fucked up. BRA, BRH, Barbara. I think her name is Barbara. It's Barbara. 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 Gene, stop the track. Second season, that was it was all right, but it was like it was tacked on. I don't know how much you know about it, but it was. I thought it was interesting that it was originally a radio show in BBC, and Mel was originally a guy who was in love with them, a guy fan that was in love with them, but that's just a touchy subject here. They just went ahead with married woman. Something to make fun of, but it's just as, you know, I mean, they're not gay. So they have this one fan that's super into them, but is gay. It's not making fun of gay people or anything like nothing like that. You know what I mean? Just like they're not making fun of marriages by her being married. It's just kind of the same thing. But yeah. Rice Darby was in it, but he wasn't the manager. Oh my god, how he was not the manager, I mean, because Jesus Christ. He's the perfect manager for the Concords, man. You know? It's just, oh, fuck. Oh, fuck, that shit is so good. And they were offered it for a third season, and they were, from what they understand from the Lord, they told them they don't even want to know how much it is, because they're not doing it. Apparently it's a lot, and don't even tell us how much it is, because we're just not doing it. They knew if they knew how much it was, they'd do it, and they didn't want to do a third season. Because they were having too much trouble. To the first one, they were just filming what they'd already thought out. I guess they weren't, during that, they weren't thinking of any other stuff to go in part two. I can say a second season, because there was no second season. The man comes in for a second season, so we can film and write and whatever. And it's also a new end, but they're apparently getting sick because New York was such a different climate, and yada yada, and so just too much stress. So they ended it the way they ended it, which is it's fine. It went through several things. I thought that Murray had a good story arc. Okay, the ending episode was definitely better than the high fashion one, whatever, That one wasn't terrible, but it's just, the songs, you could tell they just weren't the same, which is, it's fine. I mean, because you can only write hilarious so much. I mean, how do you write it? I don't even know how you write funny songs. That's been my kryptonite for so long. Aside from aluminum foil, I've not been able to do it. And even that is just a very short comedy song. Oh, at Headphones. But that was more because I was actually, I actually sang that. I was asked, but is it a bit loud? Can you put on your headphones? Yeah. I started singing that song. It just came out that way. It'd be fucked up to do a whole production of a song for that little bit. Yeah, let's do it. Headphones. Not you. I think it's out of derivative, isn't it? Yes, sir. Matter of fact, you would probably think I was gone. Discussed, debated. Oh yeah? You gonna go silent on me? Well, we can fix that. How about a little bit of headphones? So I can leave you alone. Matter of fact, you would probably think I was gone if it wasn't for that And now disgusted, which became myrtleized, which became severed ties. It's on the kiss of death, said she's only playing games.
Turn it something other than the same old sad disgrace. What you're waiting for it to break in. Well, could it be misery was born to be our blushing bride? Wait and see, what could it be? We're all born here just to die. I know you from somewhere, don't I? I recognize those eyes. You come out of the dark, will you? So I'll come in after you. Would it be hard to leave someone just let it go? Can't you see there's nothing up my sleeve? Not you, just show me what you know. Could it be misery was born to be my blushing bride? Look at me, I see, 'cause I ain't wearing no disguise. But you wait for me. Would you wait for me? Would you wait for me? Would you wait for me? Yeah.
That was a nice little button. But we all lived. No one got hurt. No one's worse for the wear, are you? I had to turn the microphone down. Bob Ross style, because we've been some happy little clouds. We're not trying to be aggressive with the boys. You know what I mean? We're trying to be just soft and calm. That's a little thing we like to do called love. No, I do have some things I got to take care of around here. I'm trying to clean house and get some shit ready. Got my pork thawed out yesterday, so it's ready to be made today. I only took like 5 tramadol yesterday. I got this. Taking 3 today. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Shit up. Yeah, I'm doing good. Doing damn good. I'm thinking about like, what, an hour or so I can do another 2. That should last me for the rest of the night. Yeah, the only way I would say I'm going to drop out, I mean, I just have no serotonin of my own. So yeah, if I was ever going to get off tramadol, I'd have to have some kind of serotonin booster, like pretty powerful serotonin booster. You know, but no, I'm good. I'm really, really good. And tapering is pretty fucking easy now. It was hard as shit, because like I said, I got down to where I was like 2 a day before I had anything else, and I just couldn't get off the fucking floor. I literally just laid there ready to die. Not that I didn't have enough. I tapered down to about 2 a day for close to a week. By that end of the week, I just had nothing left in me, you know? It's like the entire joy of my system has been brought from drugs, not from any external source of helping me out. You know what I mean? For so long that's just kind of where I you know? But we all learn survival techniques, don't we? Yeah, so, but I do need to go do some shit. I guess we can put some music if anyone wants to listen to some, but it's just been more fucking geared in my, some of this scratchy as shit. Is it you? Yeah, that was you. Turd eater, why do you do that, huh? Why? I should put some muffs on those because right now it's just straight. Yeah, I don't have these on there. Let's put this on. There we go. As you can see now, we have lots of out there. You can talk in that here over there. Do you like that? That's all right. Try to watch a movie with that behind you. Or whatever the key of the movie's in. It's the shelter. Yeah, smoking too much of that's got me all weirded out last time, so we're just gonna put that away back there. Put that package. Stop crackling. You snap, crackle, pop, months. Wait, what do you want? What do you want, huh? How do I feed you to get you to stop that? Sorry. That didn't work at all. Guys, come on, get your shit together. We had this worked out. Why would you change your shit now? There we go. Alright, let's do it. No. No. I had you fit. I apologize about this in the reverse advance. I did apologize earlier, didn't I? Yeah. So here we go. Can you tell the difference between the two? Can you hear the muting of the... So we do here, you put your head right in between there and you go, hey, how are you today? I could just film it, like if I had the camera up in front and just go, well, that's not really my problem, is it? Put the camera right there, get the clip. There we go. This isn't good to do, I should start. You need to be on the early stages of this. This is my big brother AMSR. We need Submission is strength. Okay. I'm here to tell you something about politics. It's not what you want it to be. But we can do this. We just have to change what words mean. Okay, so from now on, democracy, fuck the definition in the book. Fuck that. Okay? Fuck that. Just whatever you feel. That's what it is. What's communism? Whatever the fuck I tell you it is. No kidding in line. Oh, you hate America. I don't hate America. If you don't follow me, you do. Do you see how it works? It's a mind fuck. And there's a business I am American. And it's like, well then get in line. Like, but I don't agree with you. Then you're not American. But I am. On both of you. So, I can remember wishing I had a mind to lose, and it was a terrible week. I was worried about so many things. I can't remember them now. That was a horrible week pretending I gave a fuck about things. You have any idea how hard it is to be nice? Nobody comes by that shit naturally. You have to want. Who wants to be nice? A bitch ass, that's who. Someone who wants to be trampled on. Do I look like a bitch ass? Do I? Is this a bitch ass setup? Is that what you're trying to say? I think it's pretty hip. Could always move these out of the way and it won't look so sick. And that's why I'm running for president. You can trust me, because I don't point. I use a thumb. That came out wrong, okay? Don't laugh about the saxophone. You know, they're making weed legal now, and they're trying to find out if and they're seeing how much money they can make off of it, and how the tobacco companies have moved off of tobacco and onto this new cash crop that they can control on and poison with their substances and shit, and the same old game, new product. And the young people are no wiser because it's an organic thing. It's organic. It's organic. It can't hurt now. It's like so. I'm from the earth. So it's all packaged like that. Aha. You know, tobacco is a natural product too until they process it. Nothing? Nothing. Okay. Well, I mean, just saying. But he calls us cancer. Doesn't? Or you're just looking for someone to blame for why you have cancer. Because you did everything right, and according to the rules of you, that should equal no cancer. And if there is cancer, that means there's no God. Because why would he pick an innocent person? And I decide whether or not I'm innocent or not. Not God. I'm not even going to take the time to ask. Well, because I'm me and I know I'm good. And anyone else who says otherwise is a fucking asshole. Even God himself. Or herself. Or fuck you. I don't think there's a God anymore. Because why would I get cancer? Why would I get beaten up and jumped if God loves me? The question is like more, how did I live if he doesn't? That's a better question. I was trying to explain that in this one forum. It was you just can't talk about that shit with people, you know? Not in a public space. Because someone's going to feel the need to insult you. There was a thing, like I said, I was just checking on, you know. No, I mean, I was just doing research on atheists and stuff because I had some theories about it from my experience, and I went to go check on it. And then I happened to make a post on somewhere, I can't remember what it was. I was like, anyone ever noticed that that atheists always have, you know, some kind of some daddy issues? And the insults come flying. We have daddy issues. You guys want a daddy to serve in the sky. No, not true. Oh, dude, yeah, I may hate my dad, but that's got nothing to do with why I'm an atheist. Point made and taken. Another atheist with daddy issues. But that's not why I'm an atheist. And? Read what I said. Anyone notice that atheists always seem to have daddy issues? That's so stupid, just because I hate my dad. Point proven again. There's another person who's like, there's like a jokes thing. It's like, how do you know when someone's an atheist? Oh, don't worry, they'll tell you. Well, as an atheist, I find that, there it is. There it is. How do I know that guy's atheist? Because as an atheist, he must respond to this joke. Now, I only know the atheists who are very open about it. And the ones that are very open and insistent upon it all have like dad issues. Either like their dad was a dick, dad died when they were young, never really knew their dad. There's just all kinds of stuff, you know, and it makes sense because our Father who is in heaven, and like, oh, fuck that. He's like the ultimate father figure. Well, then if you care, why didn't you come back from after you got those cigarettes? You know what I mean? That wasn't me, guy. How could you let it happen? Dude, did you hear what happened to Jesus? I let that happen too. Would you like to trade spots? You know, trade places? No? Then why don't you shut the fuck up? Pick up your cross and walk until you're told to stop fucking walking. That's all you're gonna do anyways. I mean, you can go crying, dragging it to the end of time. You can. Sulking and wallowing and okay, here you are. Like, yeah, and that's all you did this whole time. Yeah, I know, but it was so bad. It wasn't that bad. Yeah, I'm kind of being a bitch. I didn't want to say it, but I mean, coming out of your mouth, it sounds so much better. There you go. Some things had to be done that are byproducts and not wanted. And the main thing is, will you remember when this is done? No? Then shut the fuck up, would you? Because it'll get done and none of this will ever happen? Okay, well then shut the fuck up. So this is the planning stage of an eternity, infinity. This didn't happen. None of this is actually happening. It's just showing all the things that could go wrong and what needs to be cleared out. run it with a new simulation that will have better people and it will last a lot longer and be a lot better. But in the end, it still won't be quite right. And then just do this again, phase out and find another way to branch somewhere. You know what I mean? Until eventually it's just right. The whole thing, the whole way through. And when it does, it's kind of like lightning, you know? From the 0 to the 1, across that. And there was nothing else. Is there? All those branches of lightning that may have made their way to the ground don't matter. There's a bunch of what ifs. They just get trimmed out when the reality comes surging through. And if you look at the top there's a whole lot more than what's at the bottom, isn't there? Some of them didn't make it, but enough did. Problem is, especially with American exceptionalism, the whole team, the whole America team is leading the lightning bolt. And then as other people find ways that are faster down, like, you're going the wrong way. No, lightning never strikes twice in the same spot. You guys had it one time. And you thought you were the lightning. You were just riding it. We figured out how to do that. And we'll ride it for a while, and then it'll get to its level, and then someone else will ride it. That's the way it goes. America's just upset that we don't necessarily control the technology that's going to control the future. We've lived so deliciously off everything, we can't imagine being in a subordinate position where we don't get to tell everybody what to do. In fact, we stocked up nuclear missiles so that it never happens. Because the big men of old were cowards. When it came down to it, they were fucking cowards. Dwight Eisenhower. And what's his name? I think came after him. Is like Dwight Eisenhower. Didn't he warn about the military-industrial complex? Didn't do anything. Didn't do anything. Another one said, today I've become a woeful. I think it was during the Depression. It's kind of like, what do we do? Everybody's fucking dying, and it is kind of the financial department that's doing it to their customers by pretending there's a run on the bank when there's no run on the bank any more than there ever's been. You just let it slip that there's not enough money to cover all the debt. There never is. That's what fractional banking is about. There's never enough money in the bank to cover everyone who's put their money in the bank, because they've divided it so many times to make new money off of your old money while insisting you owe them money. Their whole thing is making money. So they first were making money by holding your money. Oh, I heard something, just tell me to be quiet. Like actual voice, like, yeah. Like, yeah, I'm not going to go any further than that. That's fine. I've never heard that before. That was fucking weird. That's like another voice inside my voice. Just like, I was like, okay, yeah. It did just sound like, don't say that. Yeah, I heard it again right there. Very like, Usually I get sick feeling when I go into areas I shouldn't talk about. You know? It does. It's kind of. It's a very bad. It feels like I'm going to die. So I just like, is there any? I get the idea. Can we just not make me where I'm like so kind of die? I don't continue further though. Do I? Like, yeah, no. So can we just avoid the whole feeling like dying? It's like, yeah, like, that's fucking creepy. But yeah, it's better than getting sick. You know, it can give me a warning, like, hey, we're gonna change the sickness to this weird. Yeah. Okay. Just figure it out on the fly. You'll figure it out. Someone just scratched my fucking head like that. So, well, quick thing. It was weird. Well, that does make sense. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know what the fuck. But cinnamon away. No, that wasn't put the cinnamon away. That was put some cinnamon away. Huh? What did you do? Huh? Where? I don't know why I like that kind of shit. I just really like this, especially when you got two people talking at the same time. So we can do it, but you didn't. I didn't. But if you Key and Peele, I think their sketch is probably the pinnacle of ones I've seen. I've seen it. That was got to be. I mean, I've seen a lot of it I really love, but that one had me like fucking crying. Because I mean, the whole thing is just. I've been in phone calls like that. Two, I love that people trying to talk at the same time. That's my shit. I don't know why. I think it's the timing. Like you got two different people and they're just talking at the same time, but they're trying to make room for it. We can't talk at the same time, but they're both are saying, "God damn it!" You know what I mean? It's just kind of that shit. It's just fucking funny. We got people that can do it well, like they do. Yeah, so that's probably the one. It's like I gotta end it. I gotta end it. Ooh. I couldn't breathe. I was just crying. I was sitting there just like, ah. You win. You win. I even did this. Like, my man here is crying. I'm like, I am. Oh my God. No, that was the one with the hat. Never mind. Taking it up a step and open hat warfare. God damn, it's almost 3 hours now. Holy shit. Okay, yeah, I really gotta go do shit. I gotta include in the shower. I shave. But once it gets like soft, I can get a lot closer with the electric razor. I'm learning how to use that thing better. It's like it cuts better when it's longer. I don't know. I try to like stay on it so it stays short, but it seems to like just chomping through like the longer stuff. It doesn't like the shorter stuff as much unless it's like a good soft cut. Also, I can just use my blade at that point. So. Jetson's car. I can do the. I can't help it sometimes. I'm not a good person. I'm out. I'm gonna make some food and make myself clean and make the house clean. And then when I come back, I'll have my podium set up correctly and properly so I can just sit like this and just go.